Good evening and welcome to Engendered, a show where we bring you every discuss, every issues relating to the female gender and is reaching you live from the nation's capital here in Abuja. I am your host for today, Pamela Ajaero.
Good evening, esteemed viewers, and welcome to the Engendered show, a show you must not miss because today's topic promises to be insightful. I am confident, Rueben. Let's quickly go on a short break, and when we come back, we will delve straight to the topic for today's discussion. And of course, our guests will be joining us in the studio to do justice to this topic. Don't touch the dial. Stay with us.
Welcome back to the program. If you've just joined us, you are right on time because the ship is about to sail. Today we'll be discussing another important topic that affects everyone, most especially the female gender. So today we'll be looking at parenting, that is raising a girl child. And we'll be doing, our guest who will be doing justice to today's topic is already seated. She is Grace Fashe. She's a mother, a wife, and an entrepreneur who is into catering services. Welcome to the show, ma.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You look extremely beautiful with the color combo, the makeup, everything. I would say you look like one of my aunts, but then not blow it away.
Thank
you. You look so fine. How do you do?
I'm fine, thank you.
How's the economy treating you? You don't look like who this economy is affecting.
The one treating the economy.
Okay, before we go straight into the topic, I would like to read a report. The report has it that Nigerian parenting styles are heavily influenced by cultural beliefs and values that have been passed down from generation to generation. These beliefs and values shape the behavior of Nigerian parents and the way they raise their children. According to this report, Nigerian parents place a strong emphasis on education and view it as a way to improve their children, especially the male future prospects. However, only little or no education is being given to the girl child. While culture influences parenting style, the style adopted by parents in Nigeria in raising their kids varies. And according to a survey, it has been discovered that children who had parents who are authoritarian, that is bossy and domineering, are more likely to have low self-esteem, while children with parents who are democratic, that is parents who allow their children to make their own decisions, are more likely to have high self-esteem. And today, like I said earlier, the guest who will be doing justice to the topic is no other person but Grace Fashe, a wife, a mother, and an entrepreneur. Now, you heard the reports, but before I state something from this report, I want you to explain to us what parenting entails. What is parenting to you?
Okay, to me, parenting is the practice of giving support. Not just support, you are giving physical support, spiritual support, emotional support, cognitive support, financial support to your child from infancy till adulthood. But I will even say till death.
Really?
Do you part? Yes.
Okay.
If I'm opportune to get to 100 and my children are still there, I will keep parenting you till I close my eyes in death.
A continuous process.
Yes, it's a continuous process.
Okay, but does it actually mean a biological, like the parents must be biological,
Parenting has nothing to, it's not only biological.
Okay.
You can be a surrogate mother, that child is your child. You can adopt, that child is your child. For me, I believe, Nigerians will always say, in a village, they raise children. So my sister's children, my friend's children are my children. So we parent them. They are doing something that is wrong. Whenever you make effort to correct, okay, if my child is there, you're like, oh, no, don't do that. That is parenting.
Okay.
Yes, you don't have to be a biological mother to parent her. Yes.
Okay. So, are there any specific age in terms of parenting? Like a specific age where someone has the rights or to parent or raise a child?
No.
Okay.
If you ask me, no.
Okay, from this survey, from this report, it says that it has been discovered that children who had parents who are authoritarian, that's bossy and domineering, are more likely to have low self-esteem, while parents who are democratic, their children tends to have high self-esteem. What's your opinion on that?
The report, I'll give the report 80% correct, because I had friends that their parents were authoritarian, like you can't, that things you can't do. It's not a bad thing for a parent to be disciplined, but there's a difference between you being a disciplinary parent and being authoritative.
Okay.
An authoritative parent is someone that bosses everyone around. You don't even have a say as a child. They don't care about your feelings. They don't have empathy on you. But for parents that are liberal, okay, when you come, mommy, no, I want to do it this way, and they're like, do you think doing it this way is better? Okay, don't you think if you try this way, it will turn out well? And if you insist on doing it your own way, they will allow you to. Then when you fall, they will always be there, definitely, to lift you up, but they will remind you. The Nigerian parents in them will remind you, Shebi, I warned you, Shebi, I told you, Shebi, I did that. But if you don't give them that leverage, you don't give them that opportunity to even express themselves, that's why you see, when they have any little window of leaving the house, for those that have authoritative parents, they become something else.
Okay.
Yes.
Sometimes most of our fathers, especially, we see it as form of irrespect. You are meant to give me that respect, and anytime they want to leverage themselves and be free, they feel they can be stepped upon or kind of insulted or something.
That's the parent.
That's for the parent.
Actually,
That they are male, yes.
It depends on the family. For me, my dad has always been my best friend. Okay. My dad has always been my best friend. There's nothing we don't talk about.
Okay.
Like even the things, the unimaginable things, we talk about things. The first relationship I had, my dad was that way.
Wonderful.
And
Envy you.
My daddy flogged me more than anybody. As on more than my uncles, more than my mom. My dad, any little thing like this, he would spank the hell out of me. And actually appreciate the spanking, I appreciate the corrections and everything. But he gave us a platform where you can easily come up to you and say, Daddy, see, I told him, I like this person. And we had an agreement, myself and my dad. Okay, I want to have a boyfriend. No, you can't have a boyfriend now. You only have a boyfriend when I see your WAEC result and I see your JAMB score. So I did everything to pass my WAEC. I had to read. I'll put my legs inside cold water to read my JAMB and everything. So immediately, my results came out. I came out with flying colors, and I was like, Daddy, half our agreement. He said, no problem, but let me know who the person is. And till today, he's still my best friend. We talk.
That's really nice one. I envy you right now.
Thank you.
Okay, now can you spell out the quality of a good parenting?
The qualities of a good parenting, like I said in my definition, you understand, like being part of their financial growth, being part of their the qualities. You see the qualities in the children.
Okay.
To me, I believe the qualities of that good parenting, you won't see it. It's not evident in the parents.
Yeah,
it is evident
In the children.
It's like your inputs will show, the result will show on how good they become. You understand? I've seen children of 3 years old, 2 years old, when you give them, no matter how little it is, they come back to say thank you. Oh, thank you, Auntie. I'm grateful, Auntie. You can say, well done, good job to the parents.
And some don't even collect because of the fear of
yes,
their parents.
some don't even collect.
Yeah.
Some will collect and tell you, oh, thank you, Auntie. Oh, Mom, Auntie gave this to me. Oh, Dad, Uncle gave this to me. You can just tell the parents. I've seen children that will maybe, if something happened, they're in doubt or something, they go on their knees and they talk to God about it.
Okay.
Meanwhile, you see others throwing tantrums, destroying TVs, throwing remotes. Then you look at the parents. What happened? What went wrong? What's going on? So you can see the area of bad parenting on the children. You can see the qualities, the good qualities on the children.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
We all know that what works for Mr. A and B may not work for Mr. B
Yes.
and C. So now this boils down to parenting styles. There are different parenting styles. So I wanted to shed light on these parenting styles or methods.
Okay. Just like you said, what works for A may not work for B.
Yeah.
But again, everyone is open to learning. Every parent should be open to learn. Don't say, my mom raised me this way, and this is the method I want to follow. Some people are like that. They're not open to new things, they're not open to learning. Even though we know that the way the world is going right now, we really don't understand. A lot of new initiatives, a lot of new
Digital
ideas
age.
that doesn't even go in line with what God. I'm bringing God in because I'm a born again Christian, so I always bring God in as a factor. That's a major factor, the foundation for parenting.
Okay.
So now the thing is the Bible says we should train our children in the way of the Lord, so when they grow up, they'll know the path of
Sure.
Yes. So a lot of people will tell you, no, this is how my parents raised me, and that's how I want to raise my children. Some people tell you, no, I want to follow Oyibo lifestyle and this and that. I always tell people, like now I have friends that are married, I have children. There are times I get worked up and my daughter will come home, can you just leave me alone? I can just snap or nah, can you just leave me alone? And my friend like, no, now, calm down. No, don't do that. I'm like, But when my friend leaves, I was saying, actually, my friend is right though. I actually overreacted. Now I'm trying to learn patience from these parents. There's some parents again that will tell you, a friend of mine will tell me, you are an indoor person. Why don't you go out with these children? These children should be social now. They should do it. It's true. Okay. And there's some tell you, you don't give your children ice cream. You don't give their children this. So because you want me to give, because you give your own ice cream now, I should give mine ice cream. No, there are days we take ice cream.
Sure.
Not all the time. Okay. You understand? So I cannot say, okay, because my parents raised me, my parents were liberal, I have to be liberal 100%. There were some things that did not end well with my parents' kind of parenting. Some ended well. So now I'll pick from the one that ended well, try and use it. The ones that didn't work well, I'll try and, okay, if I'm seeing the traits, I take it back. Okay. So I can check my friend too. I love the way she's doing this. Teach me now, or we'll talk. So I have friends that will talk all the time on this parenting thing, and we just pick one or two, we'll learn one or two. We try to drop the ones that we know that, okay, this one will not last. We drop. So
okay. Basically, you're hammering on communication, because communication is a key.
Yes.
From your discussion, you get to pick the positive and drop the negative.
Yes.
Okay, this show is about the girl child. So I want to know, are there any parenting approach that is more effective on the girl child compared to the boy child?
I think for the girl child, some people will say, sorry, I'm digressing. I watched an interview where Michelle Obama was being interviewed, and Beyonce's mom and Kelly Rowland and one other person. Michelle Obama said she has two girl children, and she was like, I always tell my children, I am not your friend, I am your mother. So she said, I keep reminding them, I am not your friend, I am your mother. And I was like, how will you say you're not their friend, rather you're their mother? Because she said, your friends will not tell you the truth, because they don't want to hurt your feelings. But as your mother, I will tell you the truth the way it is. So now my first one is a girl.
Okay.
Yes. So I draw her close. I'm like, okay, how was school today? Do you have anything you want to share? Do you have anything you want to talk about? Funny enough, she's just 3 years. She's 4 years plus. She'll be 5 soon. But we still talk. That time she doesn't understand what I'm saying, but I still create that atmosphere, that avenue for her to be able to
come closer.
Open up, you understand, and talk to me. Okay, like, do you like this color? I allow her to choose her dress. A girl child should not be pushed aside because she's a girl. A girl child should be given her own freedom, a right to life, a right to choose, a right to decide. They'll say, no, because you're a girl, in this part that we find ourselves, your everything you need in the kitchen, is your husband's house. Even in your husband's house, you still have your own voice. Your voice should be heard. We shouldn't just limit a girl child to the kitchen or to doing chores or to serving men. I'm not a feminist, but I'm just saying.
Sure.
we should try to encourage them, let them have their own voice, let them be who they want to be, let them know that the sky is not even a limit, it's a starting point for them.
Yeah.
Yes, I always tell whenever we're talking, I tell my husband that whenever I look like I look at this Kamala Harris, the Vice President of the United States.
Yeah.
I look like I look at Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. God. Like these women are. Look at late Dora Akunyili.
Yeah.
She was somebody as I adore her till today.
Sure, she's
I still
someone
adore
else to
her.
be adored.
So imagine if their parents had just limited them to the kitchen or their voice, shut them up. Do you think they'll be where they are or who they are today?
Prominent,
So
yeah.
now women, or girl child should be given a voice. Let them explore. But in them exploring, parents should be there to guide, so they don't
Overdo.
overdo it.
Yeah.
There should be limits. Parents we should always know where to draw the line. But in giving them that freedom, just know where to draw the line. Because I just believe that when you give them freedom, they can express themselves. Oh, mom, I want to paint. Oh, mom, I want to do. Don't say no, you can't. Okay, let me give you an example. Growing up, I wanted to be a mechanic.
Okay.
Growing up, I wanted to be a mechanic. I wanted to learn. I told my dad I want to learn how to fix cars. And my dad said, no, it's not for girls. It's for boys. You can't do it. You're always telling me you want to do things that men do. So imagine if you had allowed me. Only God knows how my automobile shop will look like now.
Oh my
You
God.
understand? So I just feel we should be. Female children should be allowed to do things the way they want to do it.
From this your story, I also have my story. If I come on the show today, I'm going to share it. Just like you wanted to be a mechanic, me, I just grew up and I saw myself making hair. I've never gone to a salon to learn before. I just knew that if you give me hair, I could just tell me the style. So I just need to develop because I'm just like crude oil that needs
To be refined.
Yes, I need to be refined. So when my mom started telling my dad, we need to take this, then I was studying French. You say, what does French have to do with hairdressing? I was pained because even up to this moment, I was like, I know where I would have gone with this hairdressing. So parents actually have to support their children, but most times it always have to do with the male gender. You see, mom are always supportive, but what exactly is the problem with the dad?
It depends on the kind of dad.
Yeah, I know you shared your story. Your story is a very sweet story because we have just 2% of people who experience that 2%. But if you gather like 10 people in a room and you want to hear their experience from their dad, it's only 2 people that might tell you, my dad was sweet, my dad was supportive. The rest will give you story like, my father did not support me. My father said I have to focus, go school. You can't learn skill, you can't learn other things.
No, like it's not like my dad is very sweet, but we had our own ups and downs. Okay, something happened last month. Okay, growing up now, let me just go back. Sorry for taking your time. Growing up, my dad will always make me watch CNN.
Okay.
He would make me watch BBC. So I was always wondering, I'm not interested in newscasting. Although we did something in church. I think I was in just one then. I casted news, and since then, so everybody also wanted me to study mass comm, and I didn't want that for myself. So my dad said something, and he said, would you like to be a diplomat? And I'm like, I don't know
What is it?
what a diplomat or who a diplomat is. And he said, you can actually work in embassies, you can work in Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So it made me fall in love. He kept talking about it, and I said, okay, what do I have to study to? And he said, international relations. I said, okay, so I applied. And I was given admission. I studied history and international relations. So, fast forward now, Nigeria, our country, I submitted CVs, and so I was opportunity to work with WHO. I did some jobs with them. I did with an NGO too. But still, I just wanted that bigger place, and it wasn't forthcoming. So I just told myself, will I just sit at home, not doing anything? I love cooking. I love to bake. I love to mix up anything in the kitchen. I can just sit down, put an apple, put something. I just want to form my own recipe. And I said, okay. So I went to a cake school. I learned how to. But whenever I'm telling my dad, like, okay, I just finished a course on bread baking. I was excited about it. I did my exam. I came second in class. I was very happy. So whenever I call my dad, he doesn't say anything. He'll just Whatever he's telling me, he will just continue his talk. He will just push
Now one aside.
so I know how to call him. And I was like, Daddy, I'm not happy with you. And he said, what happened? I said, fine, I know you want to see me in United Nations, you want to see me in Ministry of Foreign Affairs, you want to see me in this embassy. I know. And it's a work in progress. God will do it. But Daddy, rather than sitting at home, doing nothing, waiting for that job to come, I don't know when it will come, even though I'm positive and I put my hope in God. I have decided to work with my own hands, do this. People want cake. Cake makes people happy.
Yeah.
Pastries make people happy. I'm just trying to do things, and you have never been supportive. You always push it aside. I don't like it. I was just venting. He kept quiet. He allowed me. Are you done? I said yes. I said, I am sorry. I didn't know I was hurting you with my silence. I don't like what you're doing. I just want you to do something. But the job is not here yet. So what should I do? Should I just be sleeping? I've been adding weight at home. So he said he's sorry. So since that day, whenever he calls me, businesswoman, how are you? At least you're supporting me. You're giving me, you're boosting my morale, and I'm happy. So that's just it.
Yeah, I like this story just to be honest now, because most times you see this parent not being supportive, maybe because of lack of communication. That most of our dads, they don't always know how. They're not even interested in the feedback. They don't want to know how the child is feeling. Where can they come in? Their own is I've dropped money. Do and do what money can do. People don't actually feel what their children are feeling. Can you give us approach, advice to parents on how to help their children, support their children?
You just have to be a good listener.
Okay.
As a parent, because like the story you have to be a good listener. If you don't listen, how will you know where your children are hurting? But
the situation whereby especially the dad, are not always around, not to talk of listening. They're not paying attention. Once they come, they run out, they come, they don't have time to sit and want to talk.
Okay, like what I always say is, as a child, what effort do you make? Will you just say, okay, because he's not always around, like one-off thing? Like I said, from when I was small, my younger ones may not have that relationship. Like, it's not like they don't have a relationship, but they rather talk to my mom rather than my dad, because they know that he has gone to work. Before he comes back, they are sleeping. I will wait. I will wait. My voice.
Okay, it's like your daddy's favorite.
My voice, yes. I don't give up easily. Okay. My voice must be heard. My husband knows me. I'll make my points in a very respectful manner, but I will make my point. My voice must be heard. That's why my daughter, no matter how tired my husband is, no matter how tired, once she taps in, Daddy, can we talk? Okay. She will say, or she will talk, or it may not make sense, but it's listening. So you just have to create an environment where your child can approach you, because if you don't listen, someone else outside will listen to them. And that person will claim to give you that fatherly love you're not giving them. And from there, anything can happen. Anything can happen.
All right, let's talk about social construct, which is a theoretical framework that suggests various facets of social reality, such as values, customs, concepts, and norms. Now, how does this social construct affect the raising or parenting of a girl child in this present generation, where they call it Gen Z generation? How does it affect it?
This question is very broad.
Take your time.
Because the truth is, this present generation, the Gen Zs, a lot is happening.
True.
In fact, the custom, the values, the moral, everything has been thrown. They've trashed. They've poured everything into the lagoon long time ago. It's no longer evident. It's no longer working. And the sad truth is that parents now in this our generation, the Gen Z, this is the Gen Zs, or what do you call them, are the ones even influencing the parents now.
Right.
Parents are becoming Gen Z parents. Because how will a child go out half naked and as the mother or the father you feel it's okay? How will your child wake up in the morning? The child will not even say good morning dad, good morning mom, and you feel it's okay. Because what? They are Gen Zs. It's their time. So now, please tell me, these Gen Zs, my fear is, how would they raise their own children? Maybe by then everybody will be walking naked, or a lot of things will be happening, because you see people on social media now. I'm sorry to use the word influencers, but that's what they call them. Most of them twerking, going under the knife to do this, to do that. A whole lot is happening. And I have teenagers at home. They are 17. They are 17 years old. And whenever we talk, I take my time to talk to them, because they're also part of the Gen Zs.
Exactly.
So I take my time to talk to them. In my house, I still kneel down to greet my dad. I kneel down to greet my mother-in-law. My husband, when I want to serve my husband, I bend the knee. It's not like it is everybody must do it, or I'm righteous, or no. That's how I was raised by my parents. I saw my mom. My mom did that. You understand? There were times I also want to I want to do this. My parents will allow you. Go and test the waters. You will come back now. But they always tell you, may it not be late. Now, you see a child of 10 years old or 12. Okay, our family friend was suggesting us of how our daughter came home and she was very sad. 12 years old. But she has this big body. And what happened? Why are you sad? What's going on? Our friends said they don't want to be friends with her anymore. Why? Because she's not on TikTok. So your definition of a big girl is TikTok. You have to be on TikTok. So what are you doing on TikTok? And she was worried, she was sad, and mother was like, oh, what should she do? So like, can I talk to her? You understand? You don't need to be in a group to be somebody in life. You are wonderfully and you're beautifully made. On your own, you are strong. You are even stronger alone. Mama no po. But parents nowadays don't even take their time to even talk to their children. Rather, just, Mom, I want money. No time to even ask, what do you want to before talking about morals and values now, the social
norms
and everything. Before, my mom will ask, my aunties will ask, what do you want to do with the money? This money is too much. My cousin chatted me some time ago and she was like, please ma, I'm really in need of money. I want to use it for something very urgent. And I think she's 16 or 17. And I'm like, what do you want to use it for? What do you want to use it for? Because I work hard to get this money. What do you want to use it for? It's possible a guy is somewhere deceiving you. I want to give him my hard-earned money. A lot of baddies are taking drugs. They go out. It's just the nipple that is covered, and people are praising them. Look hot. On Instagram, I saw a child that is always twerking, dancing, and people are applauding. And I said something. Those that are applauding, go back to their house. They don't allow their children do stuff like that. But they are cheering you on to destruction. So a lot of parents don't even care. Sincerely speaking, a lot of parents don't care. Some parents say, we won't tell you, my daughter, you see that person, you must be like that person, you must be like this influencer, you must be like this. So you go under the knife. You don't even care, because they just believe that, okay. A lot of parents, their children are their retirement plan. Yes. A lot of parents, especially their daughters. So since their daughters now are their retirement plan, so from they start grooming them to be this. They paint this picture on social media. You have to be like this person. I don't want to mention names. You have to be like this person. You have to be like this person.
By any means.
Go, thank you. So now going on the knife now is not even about okay, I want to look good for myself. I want to be happy. Some people do it because, okay, I'm not confident about some parts of some features. I want to, just not about men, but most of them, we know now, it's about the men. And these men will never go under the knife for you. So a lot of parents are the ones encouraging. Some people tell their children, your mates are doing Yahoo now. What's that? Do it. Your child, maybe 18 years or 17, will buy you maybe a G-Wagon. And you go to Thanksgiving.
That's the trend.
Without even asking, how did you get that money from? I had to get that money. My mom will search through our things. If she finds anything strange, what she did not buy, she will ask you how. You have to explain.
You will explain.
You have to explain.
The trend is really, this digital age is really affecting so many things. I called my brother, my younger brother, as she was going to school because of the whole trend, because of the thing happening. I have to tell him, as you are now, you don't need money for anything. Apart from your school, because now if you go to the university, like you said, 17 years old, 18 years old, they are using money to do, they are using money to do dangerous things. They are chilling, like. So I have to tell him that at this your age, you don't need this money for anything. Don't be influenced. And that is what some people might not be advantaged, or they might not have anybody to tell them. So they just want to go. So anybody who is opportune to have someone who is talking to you, you are blessed. So let's talk about sex education. This is a topic everybody run away from, and it's really affecting the girl child. You see a girl who just go out because they've not been told what once they start their puberty stage, they have to tell them about menstruation, talk to them about sex. But most girls are not opportune to get that because maybe their parents are, most parents from those are days, years, like where would they start from? So I want you to help us. Where should parents, especially, I don't know if I should call this shyness or whatever, you see, they don't talk about these things, and it happens, people just go out there and get the wrong information, and they can actually get the right information from their parent.
Well, for the sex education, you know, I'm a very practical person. I love to use myself as an example. I don't know, but I think that's what I would do. I always, because parenting, like I say, it takes a whole village to do that. Child. So for my husband now, in fact, I've asked him. Our daughter is just 4, going to 5. Our son is 2, going to 3. But I still tell my husband, but I have 2 teenagers, 17, 2 of them. So I asked my husband, how do we go about this sex education? How do we go about it? Because me, I'm a liberal person, and I'm very outspoken. So I will sit. I'm not shy about it, but I know some parents are really shy about it. But you don't have to be shy. You don't have to be shy about it. You just have to educate them. You have to let them know. Gone are the days when your parents will tell you, immediately you see your first menstruation, they'll tell you, if a man touches you, you'll be pregnant.
Yeah, that's story plenty.
No. It's a beg. That one is, they need to stop it. You know, the other day I was having a conversation with my mom. We were just talking and playing, and she just asked me a question. I don't even know where that question emanated from. And she said, have you seen a condom before? And I said, no, I've never seen a condom. She said, okay, I'm coming. A few minutes later, mommy came with the condom. What is this? Then she opened it. And she went, why are you showing me? She said, I want to be the first person to show you.
Sure.
Because the day a man will show you, he will show you in a different way. So let me show you as a mother so you know what it is, what it's used for. And my mom always tell you, if a man, my mom will tell you, okay, this is how you calculate your menstrual cycle, this is how you calculate your ovulation, this is your safe period. And whenever she's telling me all these things, me, I get shy.
Okay.
Because I'm like, what kind of discussion is this one now? And when I get admission, she now brought up the topic again. I was like, what is it? She now said, she is not among those women that will not say, no, my daughter is a virgin, she's a virgin forever, that she should go and beat her chest and thunder will strike her. That no. That what she will tell me is this: if you want to do it, do it with your head. If you don't want to do it, I will definitely appreciate you for life. But please don't make mistakes. My mom will tell me, Joe, don't make mistakes. But the day you make any mistake and you get pregnant, call me first.
Wonderful.
So now, that fear, she has
Taking them away.
Yes. She'll tell me, I'll be disappointed though. But please, tell me. And I said, why will I tell you? She said, because if you don't tell me, they will take you to abort it. And if you die, they will lose. She has lost.
Yeah.
The child, the grandchild, gone. But if I keep it, people just have, she's always bragging off. She's pregnant. She said after a few months, they will keep quiet. Then when the grandchild comes, she will care for them. But my mom always said, so one day I had to ask her, okay, so how do you prevent getting pregnant? She said, remember what I showed you that day? But it's not 100% sure.
Safe.
Then she told me your medication, and she was like, after morning pill, you can take this. It will help. But again, when you abuse it, it will block your womb.
Yeah.
So you will not be able to give birth. So she will tell you the advantage
And the disadvantage.
So, and when I entered university, I actually used my head. I used my head because I always say, for my parents who have given me this leverage and liberty, so why will I disappoint them? My parents, they never came to my school till I graduated. Not even for once. And I'll call them, Ma, would you come to school? I'm like, don't worry, I trust you. My school is actually very far. But she's like, I trust you. And God helped. God helped. I did not disappoint them. My younger ones did not disappoint. So I just believe that for parents, just create an open ground where your daughter, even not only the daughters, but even the boys too. We cannot say, okay, because they're the ones putting in. May they not go and put in and catch what will not be curable. You understand? Yeah. So we should also talk to the boys. So my dad did the talking to the boys. My mom did to the girl, but sometimes she will still talk to the boys. You understand? So I just feel as parents, just create an avenue where you can gist, you can chat with your children. Then you just chip it in. This thing. If you do this kind of thing, this can happen if you do this. So my teenage girls at home, that's the method I am using. So I just make it look like, okay, be free to talk about any changes in your body. If you have done it, we know it's a sin, we know this, and I'll let you know, God will never forgive you. But you cannot say because the grace abound now, you continue living in sin. But again, what I will say is, just be free to talk to me. If you get pregnant, please, call, tell me. We will find a way about it. You understand? Abortion we'll find a way about it. So you just have to tell them. I will always tell them, say, sex is just 3 minutes and they'll be laughing 3 minutes quiet. I'm just saying. But once you're married, you get tired of it. And that's the truth. So I just try to, so parents should just try. Don't be shy, sincerely speaking. You did biology in school now. Yeah. The children did biology in school. Exactly. The teacher teaching them wasn't shy when he was teaching them. And the truth is, if you don't talk to them, another person will teach them in a way that you don't want. God forbid, it may be a girl teaching a girl. We know what the result will be. Or a boy teaching a boy. We know what it is. Or a boy even teaching a girl. So it is better you tell them, let them know everything about sex.
Let's go for a break now. Right. Okay, viewers, we're going for a break. When we come back, Engendered continues. Thanks for staying with us. This is Engendered and it's coming to you live from our Abuja studios here on Kaftan Television. Before we went on that short break, we've been discussing parenting, raising a girl child with our guest who is seated here in the studio, Mrs. Grace. She has really shared a lot on parenting, raising a girl child, and this is the second segment of the show. Now, Ma, we want to talk about those parents. There's a cliche that says you cannot give out what you don't have. And there are parents who, in them, they don't have love. In them, they don't have, let's say, peace or so. And that's because they grew up in where it was not given. Now they have to pass it on to the next person, especially the female child. Now, how can that female child survive when she also does not have love? How can this negativity continues? How can it be stopped?
I always say something. In anything you do in life, you have to be intentional about it. Either parenting, either your work phase, your spiritual life, you just have to be intentional about it.
Okay.
Let's assume I'm from a family where there's no love now. And I grew up, my parents never showed love, they never showed me love. Definitely, it's a problem. It will tell on me and to show in my own character and everything. But the day I will gain my freedom from that hold is the day I realize I have a problem. If you don't realize you have a problem, you can't break free from it. So we have therapists. Nigerians, we don't take it. Most people don't take it seriously.
That section is very expensive.
Yes, they thought it's expensive. But we can actually talk. Even if we cannot talk, just talk to God about it. Okay, I stumbled on something on Instagram some months back, and the woman was sharing. She said she was always a bitter person, even in a marriage. She nags every time, and the husband, I think the husband is a pastor, so just little things like this triggers her. And the husband, on the other hand, is a very calm person. He just kept looking at her like, okay, he kept praying and everything. And she said one day, just something small, minute just happened, and she flared up and she started acting up. She was nagging, she was talking. I think, if I can remember very well, I think the man started speaking in tongues or something, and she was like, So she said, all of a sudden she started speaking, she started praying, she was praying, and God just placed something in her heart. And it was like, that person you don't want to be, your mother, because her mother was like that, you're gradually becoming that person in your marriage. That marriage you hated, your parents' marriage that you never wanted, you're gradually, unknowing to her, she was actually becoming that person. You understand? So with time, she prayed, she fasted, and sincerely, she broke loose from that stronghold. The fact that this person didn't raise you in a loving environment, didn't show you love, does not mean you should also grow up to be a bitter person, because you keep spreading it. Your children, generation yet unborn, will keep. So you can actually break free. If you don't want something, if, for example, now you are eating a bad food, you don't say, okay, because you are hungry, you keep eating it. No, now you push it aside. So there are some things that we don't need this bad energy. You know, you don't need this bad energy. It won't take you anywhere. Because not only in marriage, your place of work, it will affect you. That's why you see some women, they're always nagging. They're not smiling. Why? Check. The problem is deep. It's very deep. It's an in-depth thing. It's tired from their foundation. So how do you break free? Just find something that makes you happy. Some people want to go to the gym. Some people want to sing. Some people want to worship. Some people want to dance. Just get that hobby that makes you happy. Read books. We Nigerians, anything book, take book out. Read books. Sincerely, you can actually get something out of these books. All these inspirational books, they can actually help you heal.
Okay, so in terms of parenting or raising a girl child, what are the advantages or benefits in raising a girl child to the family and the society at large? What are the advantages?
It has plenty, in fact, plenty. Being a woman, we are all women here. We know how sweet.
Yeah.
I'm not saying the male are not sweet though.
Sure.
Without them now, there will be multiplication. You understand? But for my friend will always say something. I think she's pregnant with her third child now, and she will tell me she has 2 boys already. I want a girl. She kept hammering, I want a girl, and I'm like, see this woman. You don't get 2 boys. You are saying you want a girl. Okay, God will give you. So that she now chatting me, like, it's a boy. She was not really happy. I'm like, she said, you don't understand. Women will make the world go round.
Oh.
We make the world go round. You know, I lost my mom on 7th, a few days ago, made it 9 years, my mom died. And my dad will always say something. Thank God for you and your sisters. You know, when my mom died, just imagine if we were boys. I know there are boys that will, it depends on the kind of boy you have. My brothers don't know how to cook. But my dad don't know how to cook. But you know, women, we just have this way of
Putting things
in order. We put it, no matter how broken it is, a woman will fix it. No matter how bad it is, a woman will fix it. You understand? We are known. We are known for that. You see, sometimes a man will be emotionally drained. He will be down. Even if a man is having a headache, he can't do anything. He will say that, my head, I'm tired. But a woman, we are fragile, and at the same time the strongest. So I'm like, how can somebody be this fragile and still be strong? You understand? We make the world. So just imagine the pregnancy stage, the taking care of the child from infants. We do most of the work. So we have lots of advantages. I told myself, I said, the day if one Nigerians to be great, and greater, we need a woman president. Because women, sincerely speaking, we are everything.
Problem solvers.
We do. We take risk. You know, so they're like, but we take risk. Going to that labor room is even risky.
Yeah.
Getting pregnant is risky. So we put things in order. We put things in place. Have you seen women that are managing MDs of banks? They're doing well. I always mention Ngozi because I love her so much. She's doing great. When she was Minister of Finance, she did her best. I know some of our women too messed up, maybe because of greed or something, but sincerely speaking, women, we give that greatness, we give that good vibe. Even if a house, maybe in a household, there's sadness, there's this, check, there's no woman there. Once a woman comes in, there'll be joy, there'll be laughter. Your parents are sad. You see, a girl child is, maybe she's married now with her husband. She'll keep calling, checking on her parents, checking on everybody, check on her in-laws. The boys, maybe they will call maybe once in a month. Not because their wife asks them not to call, they're just busy looking for money or doing it. But women, we are looking for money, we are still checking up on others. We check your health, we check, have you eaten today? What do you want to eat? What do you want to do? What do you want to do this? Okay, you want to go to school, what do you want to study? We are just always there. We give encouragement. We are good at that. We encourage people. We do that lifting. When you go to church, 70% are women. And when you check the list of their prayer, maybe just that number 10, the last one, that they will pray for themselves. They'll pray for the country, they'll pray for the church of God, they'll pray for their children, their husband, their siblings, even those that are single. They will pray for everybody. They will mention. You see our mothers with pictures.
Yes.
So we are just everything. We are the engine room, if you ask me.
Okay, you said something about women, a woman being the president for the country to be better. I'm not disputing that fact. But then we have a common problem among the women. I know we always hear women supporting women, but in practical, we don't get to see that. We would have gotten one governor in one of the states, but because people did not go and did not support her, she was not able to win. So I want you to throw more light on this conflict among women, because now it happens even in the school. You see two women fighting, and they'll have to bring it down to their children. You see, not about competition. Maybe your mom and the friend is fighting. Now the children from the both family will also join the mother to fight. That is because the mom have told you, you see that woman, don't greet her. How can we resolve this conflict? Because I saw what happened. I went to my cousin's place, and my cousin with the neighbor were fighting. Now they have children of 5 years, and the mom was going to bring the other neighbor was going to bring her baby for my cousin's baby's birthday. But because both of them were having clash, she did not bring the birthday. And this one, Kosi keeps asking, Mommy, Zoe is not here. Where is Zoe? The mommy could not say anything. She could not say, okay, I'm having issues. And it really made Kosi very sad, because Kosi needed a friend around. So how can we resolve this conflict among women?
Resolving the conflict has to do with, it's a personal thing. It depends on your values and what you believe in. Because I don't see reason why you're my friend, we're having issues, and we'll transfer
But it happens.
No, it happens, I know. The only reason why I will tell my child, don't go to, is when I'm like, okay, at this point, it's as if you are now holding onto the life wire. I'll withdraw. You understand? If you're giving that snake vibe, I'll withdraw. But something happened to me just of recent. My friend, a family friend, she's my friend. Our daughters are age mates. My daughter is just 2 days older than our daughter, and they attend the same school. So I think me and her, we had little misunderstanding, and I just told myself, and I even told her, I was like, I'm going to stay away. And she was laughing, and she was like, hey, no problem, I have other friends who can stay away. I just told myself, this woman thinks I'm joking. I don't like that kind of energy. I'll stay away. So, but the thing is, she picks my children in the morning. Me, I pick them in the afternoon. So I take our own daughter to our house, and that didn't stop. We didn't let it affect the picking of the children. They are still best friends. My daughter will say, this person is my best friend. The daughter will say, this person is my best friend. My friend traveled to the UK. You need to see the gifts she brought for my children. So So our own issues should not be, because we have reached that level of understanding that we know that, okay, whatever happens between us stays between us. We just have to look for a way to sort it. In fact, the day she called me and she was like, please, when you pick my daughter, take her to your house. I'm like, why should I take her to my house? She's like, what kind of question is that? I said, no, hope your minder will be coming. Which I said, what kind of talk is that? And I said, no, can you remember what you said? She just started crying on the phone. Why will you say that? So she started shouting. I was shouting. We were not communicating. She was like, no problem, it's fine. And she dropped the call. The next thing, she called my husband. Look at what Bumi did. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, it's women, people should sort it. People are friends. People shouldn't like to affect the children. No, it cannot affect the children. The following day, she was in my house. And I hugged her and she was like, you're a very naughty woman. Like, you two, you are naughty. But our children did not know. Our children did not know. But my children will still go to our house, they will sleep, they will eat. She will took them out. She will call me, where are you? I'm taking my children out. She will go. But you know, some women, because of that bad, I don't know where some women, is it jealousy? Or because some people, you're just competing with somebody that's not even competing with you. You understand? If you go, in fact, it's as bad as you see some parents fighting, mothers fighting, and you see the children too. Mothers are fighting, children too are doing their own. It is very wrong. My mom, whenever she had issues with her friends then, and maybe me, I want to carry the fight on my head. The way she would beat me, like, don't fight for me. Because I will tell you that you are just a child. You are just growing. You don't have that understanding. Don't fight for me. Let me fight my battles. When you reach your turn, fight your own battles. Well, why will women supporting women? The truth is, some women genuinely support other women. Genuinely. But most of this beef is jealousy, if you ask me.
Yeah.
It's actually jealousy and envy. Okay, let's see how parents can balance their career with the parenting responsibility.
I've said that before. What I always say is be intentional. You can't just wake up one day and say, I want to get married. Before you go into that marriage, you need to do your check and balance. Check, okay, how do I do this? And the truth is this, whether we like it or not, some people don't like hearing it, but women, we are the receiving end. Whether we like it or not, men, God has placed them a little above the women. So as the woman, you are the homemaker and the homekeeper. So there's nothing bad in being a career woman, but you need to sit down, have your to-do list, daily to-do list, to balance it. My sister-in-law, I learned something from her. She was working with Dangote then, and I traveled to Lagos to see her. This woman wakes up, you know how Lagos traffic can be. She wakes up as early as, 4? She will shower, check the children, they're still sleeping. Okay, she will tell her help, these are the things I want, these are the things I want for them, these are the things I want for them. 5 o'clock, she's out. She comes back 10:30. Well, guess what? No matter how late my sister-in-law comes back, she will stay with the children. She will hug them. That's the first thing. She will pet them. She will kiss them. So, how was your day? What did you do at school today? Did you get angry at any point? Did anybody make you happy? Did you have this? Did you have that? And me, I'll just sit there like, this woman should be tired. By now, she should be sleeping. And these are weekends like this. She will cook. Auntie, let me happy. She said, no, don't worry. I cook for the house. I cook for my husband. I don't let anybody do that. So she will cook. We can buy like maybe 5 chicken or even 7. We just wash and everything. She'll cook everything in the freezer. So the children have food. All they need to do is just microwave. And whenever she has opportunities to just maybe a break, she'll come. Do you want ice cream? Do you want to eat pizza? Do you want us to go out? Even if it's 30 minutes. So you cannot tell me that kind of person is not available. She's available. She knows everything going on. But some parents will just come back. They're, Mommy, I have something to tell you. You know, I'm tired. I've been working since. Who are you working for? So now you rather work. Don't give them attention. And that same money, you say, okay, you're working because you want to give them a good life, a good and the next thing, you're just taking them to a psychiatrist because now they're on drugs. So parents, we need to, especially mothers, sincerely, even the male too. And if you go to most homes, even men lately, that is our own generation and not
Gen Z, millennial.
or the ancient generation. Our own generation now, sincerely, the men, give it to them. They are trying. They are not involved. Most daddies, okay, the other day I took my children to the pool and I saw a man, he brought his children, the wife was not there. So now the men too are actively involved. They want everybody, we all want our children to turn out well. So you cannot say because they're paying you millions or you are working, you are doing that. I'd rather resign. I'd rather resign. It should work. I'd rather resign, stay back. I was working in a bank. I was in the banking sector when I had my first baby. I had to resign because it crashed. It was during COVID. I was transferred to Abuja. Mama just said, what do you want to do? I told him, I'd rather resign. I'd rather resign and take care of my child. There's always a way.
Okay.
We just have to make conscious efforts to be available for them.
Okay, you've said that so much about what parents should do and all the rest. Now, what are the challenges parents face in parenting? Of course, there may be things that they are facing, difficulties, and how can they maneuver and get it right?
I think, in fact, we have plenty challenges. Because you ask my friend always says that she told me a story of a parent that she was like, these people were perfect. These parents, they were perfect. They're perfect at everything. The woman, the children's lunch, their breakfast, their dinner, the snacking in between. She showers for them. She has in fact, everything is done timely. But one of them grew up to be a junkie. And they were like, where did she miss it? Something is not adding up. So now, a lot of parents will tell you their own challenges. Parents will take their time to train these children and they will end up becoming something you don't even know, you can't even explain. Because now, as you are taking your time to train your children, you're giving them that good morals, you are training them in the way of the Lord, and that parent is there, a baddie, doing what you don't know. And this person now comes and they are now yoked together. This person is bringing her own values from where she's bringing it from. Now, putting it above your own values. And this innocent child absorbs this value, and before you know, it becomes, you start asking yourself, how did I miss it? How did it go wrong? What didn't I do right? So even the children themselves, they have work to do. They have work to do. So what I will always say is, we have plenty challenges. Plenty. A lot. So as a parent, all you just need to do, I always say, the foundation should be God. Train them in the way of the Lord. Ring gates. That's why whenever you are praying as a parent, every day commit their ear gates, their heart gates, their eye gates to the hands of the Lord. And even the friends they keep, commit into the hands of the Lord, sincerely speaking.
Okay, we're about rounding up. Just this few minutes remaining, just your final word to parent out there, your final word to also the girl child who is being trained. Just tell them your final word.
Okay. What I'll just say is, parents, be intentional about this parenting, because on the last day, whether we like it or not, rapture is going to happen. And we are going to answer to the boss up there. We're going to tell him how we cater for these beautiful souls he has given to us to cater for. So we just have to be intentional. Let's try our best in giving them this good upbringing. And for the girl child, because you're a girl, you're not fragile. You are strong. You are powerful. Powerful, more powerful than you even think. There's no limit for you. You can be whatever you want to become in life. In fact, the fact that even a girl is even, in fact, it seals up everything. Like being a girl has given you that upper hand, because that's what I feel. You must not be a boy to have that upper hand. Being a girl, you have the upper hand. Just be strong, be resilient, just be focused. Don't be please borrow me one word. Don't be confused. Don't be distracted. Yes, that's the word. Don't be distracted. The fact that you are a girl, you are beautiful, that beauty, put it into something sweet, You can become a president. You can become a senator. Look at Natasha Apote. She's very beautiful,
very proud.
but she's very strong and very well. Imagine who she fought with, and she won. So you say you cannot win.
Yeah.
You can win.
Thank you very much. It was really an interesting, educative, and loving moment. Hearing you talk about parenting, it was really educative. I know I've learned so many things. And I also know my viewers out there have learned so much. If you've not learned anything, please learn intentionality. Like a parent there, you have to be intentional about anything you are doing, especially parenting. Before you go into the world of marriage, relationship, anything, know that parenting is ahead. So you have to be intentional about pouring out love, about training your children so that they can also grow well and train you and the society at large, and everywhere will be good. Thanks for joining us on this episode. My name is Pamela Ajaero.
And just as our guest has said, parents should be open. Create avenue for easy communication for your children so that they won't deviate morally. Till we come your way again, I remain confident, Rueben. Goodbye.
Bye.